everyone, it's Captain Cairo here. Thanks for tuning in, and today we have a very interesting topic. So today we're going to be talking about weight loss and what it actually entails. First of all, we gotta get into the semantics a little bit, which means what is your actual goal? Well, your actual goal is not to lose weight, since water is weight, and I shit you not, I had clients come to me telling me their nutritionist actually told them to drink less water so they would weigh less, which is fucking insane because osteoporosis technically will make you weigh less. So what we actually want to do is we want to reduce fat and we don't want to reduce weight. We also are not looking for having less fat cells, because if so you would just go get a liposuction. What we want to do is actually decrease our fat cells and how big they are. First of all, you gotta know what fat is. So how do I actually get fat on my body? Well, you eat food. Basically, let's say you burn 2,000 calories a day, but you actually eat 2,200 calories a day, which means there's 200 calories of a surplus. What happens with that? Your body thinks, okay, I got more energy than I need for now, so maybe I'll store it away for bad times. Of course, we live in pretty good times, so the bad times usually never come, which means that we have all this fat stored in our body. Okay, so how do we actually get rid of it now? What we want to do is actually be in a calorie deficit. What does that mean? So, we had the example before, you eat 2,000 calories, but now you actually burn 2,100. That puts you in a calorie deficit, which means you have actually 100 calories less eaten than you burn, which means your body is gonna have to get the energy from somewhere, and this is where fat comes in. So basically you eat less than you burn, which means your body needs to bring energy from somewhere else, and this is where it takes the energy from your fat cells and uses them to move you around, to heat up your body, etc, etc. So how do we actually get into a deficit? Well, we eat less than we burn. Well, how do I know how much I eat? Well, this is gonna be a little bit of work. So you actually want to know how many calories you eat per day and approximately how much you burn per day. If you're a normal person, not that athletic, also not a potato couch, you're probably gonna be burning between 1,900 and 2,300 calories per day, depending on how much you have to move during work or whatever. So there you have it. Once you know how much you're burning per day and how much you're eating per day, it's really very easy to find out how much in the deficit you should be. Now, there's a lot of people talking about all those kind of crash diets where you eat only 500 calories a day and you're losing weight in a month, like 50 pounds and shit like that. I'm a total opponent of this. So if you actually want to lose weight as fast as possible, there is ways to do it, but it's really not that healthy, and usually people have a rebound effect or they come back getting even fatter after they stop their diet. So what I actually recommend is being in a low calorie deficit, which is about 100 to 200 calories only, which is going to be a slow process in the beginning, but with time you're going to get used to it, and then it's not that big of a deal. You don't want to make it hard on yourself. You don't want to be starving all the time. Why would you? You just take your time. If it took you like 10 years to get that fat, you're not going to be waiting for like 2 months to get rid of all of it. And if so, most of the people have like a really bad rebound effect. We are gonna stay at the 200 calorie deficit. If you don't want to train, you don't have to. You can lose weight just by dieting, which means being in a calorie deficit. If you actually want to make sports, it's going to make it a lot easier for you to lose weight, since you're actually burning more again. So what kind of exercise should we do to lose weight? If you're actually overweight, please, I can't stress this enough, don't go running or jumping or anything like that, because you're putting a lot of stress on your joints and it's gonna be really bad for you, especially once you get older. So we don't want to have all of that. You can start out by taking longer walks. If you go swimming, well, that's a good way of cardio to lose fat without putting too much duress on your joints and on your tendons. That's also a good way. Once you have started to lose the weight, then you can get into the running routines and stuff like that. But what also helps you lose weight is recruiting muscle tissue, since muscle tissue actually burns more calories to be sustained than fat cells, and the energy burning process actually happens in the mitochondria of your cell. This is how you can increase your fat destruction by actually having more muscle. And while training itself, muscle training itself, doesn't really burn that many calories like you would with a cardio routine or a biking routine, it still increases your body's metabolic rate and helps you burn more fat. So this brings us to the next question: can you actually burn fat and build muscle at the same time? To which we all know the answer is yes, or we should know that the answer is yes, because of course, if you're eating in a deficit but you are also training, your body's not going to think, no, I'm in a deficit, I'm not going to be putting on any muscle for now. No, it's actually going to use the energy that it pulls from the fat to help you exercise, and through eating enough proteins you're going to be building muscle at the same time. If your goal is spot reduction, I have really bad news for you. Unless you're doing cardio without hands, there is no fucking way you're going to be spot reducing, and if so, the amount is going to be so minimal that it's not actually going to make a difference. Concerning spot reduction, some people have a little bit of stubborn belly fat, or they store their fat in places more than others, which is usually a genetic thing, and you can't really change much of that. You can reduce all around body fat, which is going to be reducing fat in those spots after time. Maybe it's going to be a little bit more stubborn, but in the end you're going to lose that fat too. For people who want that six-pack for going to the beach or something, guess what? You already probably have a six-pack. It's just a little bit shy, it's waiting under the fat. So once you get rid of that, you're going to have your six-pack and you're going to be all happy. Now, we're not going to get in all the benefits of longevity and whatnot from fasting and losing weight and all of this stuff. We're going to stay clear of that. This is just a really simple guide on how to actually lose weight without getting all of those extra information that you really don't need. If you're not a personal trainer, if you're not a professional athlete, I don't know how important it is for you to know how ATP is produced in your mitochondria or broken down to ADP and what that actually does. Who the fuck cares? You only want to know how to lose weight, and this is how you lose weight. You actually just, you eat less, then you burn. You eat less, then you burn. What do? You eat less, then you burn. Now you would be like, yo, why the fuck would I believe you since you've never been fat? And that's true, I've never been fat, but I actually look like this, and I think that gives me a little bit of more understanding of how that actually works. And I've been working with a lot of people who wanted to reduce fat, so this is actually not a problem. Now I know I'm not Greg Doucette with his big packs, and I'm also not Athlete X with my 10 million subscribers and shit, but I know a little bit, and even though I'm a moron, just keeping it simple for you like that is also going to help you a little bit. So thank you for tuning in. I hope to see you guys soon again. Captain Cairo, peace out.